Definitely, yeah. And we also want to thank our sponsors one more time, real quick. Those being GX Gaming, Gamer Saloon, and of course Psionics for making such an awesome game and being such an awesome partner.
For sure. All right, on the blue side, we have Inadequate Overdrive hailing from CSU with the Isosceles Fist Sandwich, Light Snack, and Thai Fug. And on the orange side, we have Skill Unknown hailing from UOU, University of Utah. And we have Walker, Brio, and Wicked Potatoes. They just had to put food in their names, didn't they? They know
Yeah.
how hungry I am, for sure.
Yes, we're gonna see who's better, a fish sandwich or some wicked potatoes. We'll find
Ah,
out
that's a
today.
tough one. I mean, if it was a fish taco, maybe that would win, but I think potatoes wins in this scenario. So I have no bias, but I'm hoping that potatoes wins.
Bites it off.
And as I'm seeing so far, we have a lot of great arrow hits, so these teams seem to be pretty on par. About a minute has gone by, and no goals have been scored from either side. Pretty good indication of skill level here, but nothing has been set in stone. Ooh, and we see a member out of the Inadequates Overdrive missing a ball right there. I'm waiting for somebody to show me their playmaking skills, so I can give them a little follow. But right now, I'm not seeing
Yeah,
anybody.
there haven't really been any dangerous scoring chances. Teams just kind of feeling each other out right now, I think.
Yep, I can't really make a judgment on these teams right now. I'm seeing a fair bit of more misses, but right there,
Wow.
lacking defense out of the side of Skill Unknown here. We can take a look from Walker. This ball gets pinched off the wall by Typho, kind of sent it in a bad angle and not anticipating that bounce. He just kind of lets it go in. It seems like the teams are claiming for West, and it would make sense because both of those states are over on the west side. I think they're having a little bit of issues with pings. We're going to let it fly for now and perhaps get a game on a different server.
Yeah, we'll have to do that for the next one.
And so if any team loses in this, they can just default to say it was lag for sure. Even though they're getting around 70-80 ping. Definitely not unplayable, but you really want to have it somewhere in the 40-50 range. It makes a somewhat difference. It kind of makes a difference whenever you have that 50-50 ball and you're like, well, I should have blocked that on my screen, and then you go watch the replay and you were just
Right,
a half
yeah,
a second behind
timing
it.
can just be a little off.
Yep, you were just a tad second off because of your ping. Regardless, 2 minutes and 45 seconds left here. Pretty even games it seems. That last goal that went in on the side of Inadequate Overdrive was a little bit of a fluke. It was bad defense out of the side of Skill Unknown. I really haven't seen any good shots in from either team. As the ball just keeps getting ping-ponged around here. We're going to go over from Walker, see if he can redeem himself from that last goal. And look at his positioning right here. He's a little too close to Wicked Potatoes, but he sees that and rotates all the way back to goal. I think he should stay a little bit more in midfield to prevent things like this from happening as he gets the ball sent right over his head and misjudges that ball. If he was a little bit closer up, playing a little more aggressive, he would have been able to put that ball back in. As he takes it to the wall over here, going to play the bounce, gets it up over one defender, kind of misjudging the second hit and losing possession as a Isosceles Fish Sandwich puts the ball up and almost knocks it back in off the wall. Fourth scoring position I see right there at Inadequate Overdrive. Almost nearly in if he read that bounce a little correctly, but that is a tough shot to pull off for sure.
Yep, and yeah, they're finally getting some offense really going now. I mean, they have a goal, but sustaining pressure, they're hot right now. Typho takes it back in, but a nice clear there off the wall.
Yep, using that wall as an advantageous angle creator, not getting it off the wall, but rather out into the midfield by driving around it and pushing it out. And here is a set out of blue. I don't think anybody's in position to take this ball, but Typho coming and putting
Oh, man.
in. The slow ball beats the defender out of Skill Unknown. He takes this ball up, and Typho is going to go up and hit his own ball. He catches it with his front right corner on the bottom side of his car, so not much power out of there, but a shot on target is a shot scored if it's not defended. 2-0.
That's right, yeah.
2-0 out of here from
shot.
Yeah, he threw the circle change, and Wicked Potatoes answers right back within 5 seconds of the kickoff right there. Let's show what he's seeing right here. Again, he shows Isosceles Fish Sandwich how to read a bounce right here, takes this bounce beautifully and hits a shot with great power. Great read on that rebound right there. The defender out of Inadequate Overdrive right there was positioned a little too close to the goal, and the ball bounced right over his head as he didn't jump to defend it. Light Snack putting a good shot on goal there, but right at Wicked Potatoes, knocks it out to the corner of the wall. Isosceles Fish Sandwich with a brilliant shot, and there,
Shot off the wall.
good shot off the wall, putting a lot of power in, but not very well placed. Easily defended right there for the members of Skill Unknown. Typhug getting around this ball, dribbling around one, but Walker says, "You are not tricking me today," as he tries to take it over Isosceles Fish Sandwich. Oh, and a member out of gets taken out in midfield there. And this should be a 2-on-2 scenario here, as the member of Inadequate Overdrive was trying to get back from the demolition he just happened.
Yeah, Typhug has really been impressing me so far. He's got some great clears, got both goals for Blue, for Inadequate Overdrive, that is.
Brio with a great clear, and Wicked Potatoes there to follow it up, and that is going to go in. We're going to follow Brio right here as he takes his ball way up in the air, doesn't manage to hit the ceiling, and Wicked Potatoes right there is there to capitalize off of it, as it doesn't even reach 15% lower than the ceiling. That ball way up in the air for the entire possession of that score, and we are tied 2-2 with 23 seconds left in this game.
Wow. Yeah, those were two great aerial hits, great, almost at the ceiling, as you said. Some good plays getting started here. They were down 2-0. Now they're right back in it. We might be going to overtime for the first time tonight.
I really want to see an hyped overtime match here. Everything is a little more exciting in overtime, as Brio's trying to score right here, staying on the ball, but uses his flip a little too soon and kind of catches the ball. But a good set by him, but defended well by Typhug. He's going to clear that out. Ball is still up in the air, and Isosceles Fish Sandwich puts a ball right on net. Can anybody come here and score it? Brio trying to clear it out, but eventually setting it up. Typhug getting that ball back on the wall. Ball's not dead yet. So you can see if Typhug can turn around and knock this shot in as he puts a shot in, but no, hits the side of the goalpost. A good offensive attack right there from the side of Inadequate Overdrive. If they can keep that pressure up in overtime, I think they're going to take this one.
Yeah, and Brio could have let that ball drop. They would have went to overtime from right there. He probably should have done that, because he gave Inadequate Overdrive about 5 more seconds to try to make an offensive play.
Oh, great little two-touch right there from Wicked Potatoes, as Walker being aggressive. I think that's his second demolition in the match here. If he can, I mean, I've said it once, I'll say it again, demolitions are heavily underused, and they are an effective tactic at creating opportunities. It's kind of a similar scenario to, hockey. If you take a player out from a penalty or whatever, you get a power play, right? You have more men than they do. It's a game of numbers at that point. If you can capitalize in those 5 seconds that they're out of commission, they can lead to pretty easy goals.
Definitely. And yeah, even if you don't get the demo, you can just nudge the guy out of the way. That can sometimes be enough. That can be the difference between not scoring and putting it in the back of the net.
Oh, Brio with a great pass here. Walker defending it very well. Ball is precariously in front of the goal, but Typhug, great under pressure, like you said, really impressing us with his defense there. Wicked Potatoes takes out Lights next, kind of on accident there, going for the ball. Wicked Potatoes trying to set that for his team by flying across the goal, trying to set it down, but Walker keeping it back in right to Isosceles Fish Sandwich, taking the ball off the wall here, see what he can do. It's kind of won over there by Brio. Brio puts it back in. Lights taking kind of a slow turn on the goal here. Fish Potatoes puts it back in, as that pass is going to go in, sealing it for overtime. Brio right here, taking this ball, actually waiting for his teammate right there. He may have heard the boost coming in from Wicked Potatoes, or perhaps there was communication there. So that was really patient play out of him, and I'm very impressed by that. He saw that ball, and from his angle, it looks like he was the only person on that. But if his team called him off from behind, or if he heard his boost, he let him hit it first, leading to a great pass. And I think we're going to go ahead and switch servers, as some of the players are complaining a little about
lag. Yeah, I just let
lag.
him know, so we'll try to set that up quickly.
Yep, we're going to go over to our mugs real quick as we get this next game set up on a different server, a little more appealing to their locale over on the West Coast. So, in that first game, going to overtime, I liked the look definitely there out of the orange team coming in. At that last play, I'm still grasping it. Very, very good communication, I assume, as he let that ball go by. That it's just something that you really can't appreciate unless you play the game, and you notice that that's how two people eventually end up going for the ball. Lack of communication, and they end up, it can get turned right back around into the other side of the goal.
Yeah, and I'm happy that one was able to be close, because they started up 2-0, and finally we got more of an even game for the first time tonight. So I'm really looking forward to this series. Both teams are going to have a better connection moving forward, which will definitely help so we can really see what they're made of, but still able to get an overtime thriller, luckily, in Game 1.
For sure, and we're trying to pull up this match as soon as possible, and we will get it right back going for you guys. So, you said Typhug out of the side right there of... What was the blue team?
He goes to inadequate overdrive.
Right, from inadequate overdrive. I think he most impressed me in that game coming from his team, but skill unknown eventually being able to overpower their defense. He had that great save, and I believe it was overtime. He drove around the ball and knocked it out using the side of the goalpost as a clearing mechanism to try to get back further downfield.
Yep, he was not the one that made the initial save, but his teammate wasn't able to really make a good clearing attempt. But that's why you're there to support your guy. They had 2 guys in the net. He was able to get it out of harm's way.
All right. Lobby is up, and we are awaiting people to jump in the game, so I'm going to bring it over to that screen for now, and we will just... You know what? This is... well, I can't join the spectator, or else it's going to start the match. But it looks like we are... Alright, it looks like we're all here, and we're on a West server. Hopefully some of the players will have a little bit of ping. Let's see what their ping's at now. Some of the players dropping to 50, others about the same, so... Oh, apparently it's East again.
Yeah, I am not in the same server as you then. I don't know what's going on.
I think... Did you send them a different...
I told them all the same thing. Did I do something wrong?
Alright, folks. We are going to hit the BRB screen, play some music for you guys as we get this sorted out. We will be back momentarily.
Keep myself composed. It takes a lot not to overload. They can't tell me what is right for me. I just need peace of mind and my ability. But no one said that it would be this hard. But you'll play your part. So I will run until I reach the end.
Alright, hopefully we got all of our servers sorted out this time and we have all the players in here waiting to join in. Without further ado, we're going to go get into Game 2. As the players are joining in, we'll wait for their cue as we have Skill Unknown up 1 game over Inadequate Overdrive. And we're giving them the cue right now.
The word. They're trickling in now.
Alright. And let's see if we are on the West server this time. There we go. We're got the pings down to about 20. Hopefully we have no other complaints out of these guys. They have, I would say, no other excuse over here. They can't blame it on lag anymore, so we're going to go ahead and get right back into the action. As Game 2 kicks off with Skill Unknown having a 1-0 lead in the set. And I really want to see Typhug, see if he can continue his impressive play as he makes that save right there. And he's shown that he's a defensive powerhouse. And right there, as Typhug makes the initial save, his teammate, he is out of position right here, and he wants his teammate to come save this. He's defending the other side of the goal, but he gets pinched in right there. He trusted Fish Sandwich to make that save, but there was a no-go out of him, and a great read out of the member of Skill Unknown, going up 1-0 with only 15 seconds starting off in this match.
Yeah, and after going down 2-0 initially in that first game, it has been all Skill Unknown. They have now 4 unanswered goals.
Nearly in there from Typhug. hitting that ball down instead of straight into the goal. Uses the floor to bounce it up high and bounce it a little too high and hit the top of the crossbar and came down. There is such an angle at the crossbar where it's kind of like a 90-degree angle. If you hit the front of it at just the right angle, it will bounce straight down, leading to a no goal. And Walker again with this aggressive play right here and almost leading to a goal right here. Ball is still out here, but again, Typhug getting the clear out. Not the best clear, but he
the
clears.
goalies were out of position too.
I think a little more members on the side of Inadequate Overdrive need to step it up on defense and allow Typhug to kind of get downfield right here as he's nearly wins it over there. Again, Captain Crossbar hitting the top of the net right there. Close.
Yep, that's 2 for him.
Close attempts out of here from Inadequate Overdrive as they nearly put it in twice already starting this game, and that's got to be a kind of a killer. When you hit the crossbar so many times, it kind of dampens your spirits, but you just got to keep pressing. You just got to keep attacking. If you're hitting the crossbar, you're doing something right. So they just need to make that little adjustment to get those shots in. Wicked Potatoes right there, singing in the middle. And a kind of a wonky hit out right there out of a member of Inadequate Overdrive, driving backwards but still hitting it forward, catching on the backside. Walker up for the shot here, and this is going to be a bounce pass right back in the middle. See who can come back in there and score, but Typhug, again, he's already shown a clear number of it doesn't show clears in the scoreboard, but he has had a lot this game already. Only 2 minutes in, about 3 minutes remaining, a 1-0 lead from Skill Unknown here as Inadequate Overdrive tries to get it downfield. Isosceles Fish Sandwich winning that ball. Great pressure out there, using the side of his car to block it and roll at the same time. And there's a shot again off the crossbar from Typhug. Typhug has got to be feeling this crossbar pressure. The crossbar, he's not
crossbar hat trick now.
Yeah, he's not playing against Skill Unknown. He's playing against the orange goals crossbar at this point.
That's right, his worst enemy. But you got to think it's just a matter of time until he's actually able to put it under the crossbar and in the net.
We'll give a little love to Typhug here as he's really been impressing me on this side. I haven't really seen much other than that one goal, any kind of play out of the orange side. Walker is keeping up with the demolitions over here, but Wicked Potato tries to take this dribble off the wall, doesn't quite get it, and Typhug is just kind of positioned pretty poorly in that scenario. He had his car turned about 90 degrees of the ball, and you really want to be facing the ball in some kind of bouncing off right in front of the middle there, and Walker again blowing up Typhug as the ball comes back in the middle. And you see right there, we kept it on Typhug the whole time. He was demoed all the way on the left side of the field and respawned on the right corner right there. That's what happens when you get demoed. And Walker again, he is out for blood, just blowing everybody up on this side
of effective strategy
of Inadequate Overdrive. Let's go ahead and look at him and see if we can see his blood red eyes over here as he's
nice
killing.
Save by Wicked Potatoes. Just got there in time, robbing Typhug again.
Nice hit out from Walker right there, using that initial bounce to get the ball up high. Here's a shot incoming from Walker, and it's blocked by Typhug once more, and a great block and clear at the same time, sending it downfield. Wicked Potatoes actually missing, Brio missing too, and puts it in as 2 defenders miss out of the side of Skill Unknown. As we see right here, Light Snacks kind of just waiting for something to happen here as he takes his shot, and Typhug actually, they're very fortunate as 2 of them went for the shot right there, but thankfully they didn't get in each other's way, or else that would have been even more of a kick in the stomach than missing that crossbar. Missing that open goal would have been, pretty demoralizing.
Oh yeah, and Typhug already has 5 shots in this game. The rest of his team, no shots on net, but he's keeping them alive. Now he has 6 shots on net.
Walker.
So yeah, he is really, the only one on his team making things happen, I think, on offense. Light Snack might need to kick it up. Pick it up, rather.
We might be going to an OT in Game 2 here. I'm going to keep it on Walker here. I really want to see him demo somebody, see that blood in his eyes.
Watch the death.
I hope he comes off more. A great first touch right there, sending the ball down on the wall and rolling it up the wall, trying to get a second hit. He doesn't manage to get the second hit off the wall, but Typhug again coming in with the second touch, but Wicked Potato makes a great save. Walker right here kind of being a little impatient, but the dunk right off of the defender of Inadequate Overdrive. A perfect example of a dunk right here. Plays it forward and sees the angle that Light Snack is coming and jumps prematurely to block that ball straight back in.
Yeah, just knowing where the ball is going before it's there. Beautiful play there.
That is a crusher to get scored on. That's one of those goals that feels pretty bad, man, to get scored on. As Skill Unknown puts it up 2-1 with 10 seconds left. We saw almost a miraculous play coming out of Inadequate Overdrive last time, and there it is! Isosceles Fist Sandwich makes the prophecy come true. We'll follow him right here. Just plays it forward, staying with it, hitting it once more right into Walker, but Walker doesn't quite turn his car enough and get around it and flips it right into his own goal. Ties it up 2-2 with 6 seconds left in this game. We might be going to another overtime.
Wow, yeah, that was just a bad turnaround there. He was caught hugging his post. Probably should have been a little bit closer to the middle of the net.
And again, Typhug nails it with a 0-second goal. Our first 0-second goal of the match right here. He is the man with the plan in this game. Everybody missing, but Typhug right there to nail it in between two defenders. 0-second goal, and takes it for his team to get back in the series with 1-1. Excellent, excellent play right there. As we see Typhug over here, 8 shots on goal, clearly carrying his team in that match.
Yeah, and Typhug, I saw him on Twitter earlier when AVGL retweeted him, and the guy's got a glorious beard. I think it's got to be all in the beard for him.
You think the magic's in the beard for sure?
Yes, if I could grow a nice beard, I'd probably be that good too. I'd probably be able to get 8 shots, but it's not the case.
Well, I'm very, very hyped match out of that last one. I am hoping they're going to fulfill my prophecy of a Game 5 here, and it seems these matches are very close. With, I think we've seen 2 or 3 goals in both, or 2 or 3 goals in the past 2 games being scored right in the threshold of 20 seconds left in the game. That's what you want to see.
Clutch.
Yep.
Definitely.
And what do you think?
Both games 3-2.
What do you think Skill Unknown can do to capitalize on that? Because that's, again, a little bit demoralizing to get scored 0 seconds and lose the game on that last tick of clock.
Yeah, I mean, that's a killer. I think Typhug really had their number in that game. They know that they should be. Let me message them to join up. Sorry about that. But yeah, I mean, really Typhug was the only one with any chances there. So I think maybe if they even demolish him a couple times, just try to get in his head, make him just worry that they're going to get in. That they're going to, hit him. That might be what it takes. So let me message them. Sorry, it's hard to message and talk at the same time.
There we go. Looks like we got players in as me. I'm just kind of messing around with the camera. And we got Game 3 underway between Skill Unknown representing University of Utah and Inadequate Overdrive representing California State University. As we got the ball ping-ponging around over here. And I really want to see Walker. I really want to see Walker still be aggressive, going for the demolitions, as those are eventually going to turn into goals. And I hope he knows right there. Walker not with a demolition right there, but an excellent tight pass between him and Wicked Potatoes, falling right between Wicked Potatoes, and that ball just kind of squirts out between a 50-50 there. I would say that was a little bit lucky of a bounce between the block there. The defender had him blocked, but the ball ended up right in front of the net as Walker bangs it home.
Typhug was just there about a half a second too late.
Yeah,
would have been able to make it cleaner clear.
Walker up with the ball, not really getting a good hit on it, just kind of stalling it over there. Wicked Potatoes grabbing that boost as he turns around. Good play out of him. Brio with his ball up, but doesn't get it over Light Snacks. Light Snacks getting up way over Brio. And actually, I think this is a hard ball to block for Brio coming over the goal. He has to turn his car and can't quite accelerate left enough to get over it. He got the right height up, but didn't jump fast enough, and he couldn't turn his car in time to get over to that angle. Good ball in from Light Snack, just put it on goal.
Yeah, and we didn't really see much from him in the last game. I wasn't even sure if he was playing, but already he's able to tie up the game for his team right away. I'm happy he's able to get on the board.
All right, Walker in with the ball right there. Walker and Brio both going for that ball, trying to scramble back to get in position for defense. Light Snacks puts a ball semi on net. Typhug wins it over Walker right there, but Brio out for the clear as we see members of blue right there just kind of stalking in midfield. There was all 3 of them out there were on the midfield line waiting for that errant clear to come out. And I think that's going to be how they score. But Isosceles Fist Sandwiches actually knocking out of the goal right there. Maybe he was anticipating a back pass, but if he let that drop, it might have been a goal. And Light Snacks just gets a ball right over Wicked Potatoes, and to add insult to injury, he just blows him up. I don't think he was going to get back in time to save this. His ball was way over his head, but he just blows him up anyway, powers through him. Kind of a little fireworks right there as the ball goes in.
Yeah, it makes it look a lot cooler when stuff's exploding right around the ball. The ball already explodes when it goes in, so why not add some more fireworks?
Yeah, that's right. Inadequate Overdrive up 2-1 with about 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in this game. Isosceles Fist Sandwich winning that ball in midfield. Very good tip down to the corner. He hit the ball down into the pit of the wall, forcing it to bounce back up at a high angle, possibly for a shot on goal, but nothing going right there. Walker trying to push the ball downfield. Isosceles Fist Sandwich playing into the wall to see if he can get this wall hit back up here. He's going already up to the wall, but Wicked Potatoes and Isosceles Sandwich up, defending the ball off the wall. That's good sign. That's a sign of good players right there, being able to defend that ball up in the air. You know, you have defense on the ground, you have also defense in the air. And there's particular situations, I would say, if you're trying to defend a ball in the air, you want to take an angle above the ball where you think they're going to hit it, rather than going for the ball, because if they win it, they'll hit it over you. Whereas if you're trying to defend it on the ground, you really want to try to smother the ball with your car, turning it flat side, or perhaps like getting your back end just kind of getting a back end on it for a block that kind of smothers it. And Typhug.
Oh, nice shot.
Let's look at the angle right here from the side of Orange. This is a pretty hard ball to defend here. Walker rotating back in the goal. Typhug knocks it up. Walker goes for it, but realizes he can't get it in time, and Typhug, already anticipating the bounce, knocks it back in, going up 2 goals in this game as a 3-1 score out of Inadequate Overdrive. And I think they finally found their stride after game 1.
Definitely, yeah. Isosceles Fish Sandwich did a nice job to kind of just break up the clear. They weren't able to get a clear one. Typhug able to center himself. Great read off the wall by him.
Do you happen to remember? It's been a long time since I took in geometry, but do you remember what type of triangle isosceles is? I think there's Typhug again, Captain Crossbar. He's shown that he's putting those balls on goal, but not able to bang them home, just slightly too high. But back to more pressing questions. I want to know about the triangle.
The isosceles triangle. I'm trying to remember. Equilateral is all 3 sides are equal. Isosceles, is that the one where all the sides are different lengths, or 2 sides are the same length?
I want to go on a limb here and say that scalene is the other one, and I think scalene is 2 sides are the same, and then 1 side is different. I think isosceles is all different.
Okay, that's interesting you say that, because I have a source here with me in the room. He just said the opposite of what you said.
Oh,
so we'll have to look that up.
I don't want to get proven wrong. Fish Sandwich is pinching that ball on the goalpost there. I don't know if that ball was going in or not, but it looks like they might have saved it on the side of blue and kind of pinched it out of the wall. Fortunate break right there from the side of Skill Unknown as they try to get back into this game, down 2 goals with about 1 minute and 3 seconds left in the game here. 1 minute remaining.
Yes, and this actually reminds me of a different question that you asked me the other day when I said the goal was as wide as the Nile.
Yeah.
The Nile is, on average, 2.7 kilometers wide.
Wow.
And at its widest point, it is 7.5 kilometers wide. So that's
can you put that in American perspective? Because I don't really have any reference for kilometers.
You know, the only reason I said that was because you actually asked for it specifically in kilometers. I do not have it in miles.
You're right, I did. Excellent work taking my words and putting them right back in my mouth.
I try to help you out, and just so you know, yes, so the isosceles triangle, I have it up here on Wikipedia, is a triangle that has 2 sides of equal length.
Ah, okay.
Confirm that. That was exciting, wasn't it?
5 seconds left in this game right here, and it doesn't look like Skill Unknown is going to be able to put 2 more goals in the time allotted. But maybe we'll get another 0-second goal here, but the ball drops on that side as Inadequate Overdrive wins that game 3-1 over Skill Unknown to go 2-1 in the series. Pretty convincing win out of them, and I saw, again, Typhug dominating performance with 5 shots on goal.
Absolutely. He is the heart and soul of his team. Light Snack actually had more goals than him, but Typhug was definitely setting things up there.
Yeah, Light Snack definitely had a good shot on goal. He beat the defender on a one-on-one scenario, so showing that he can score as well. But this is the Typhug show for sure. Look on the side of Skill Unknown over here as we got Brio and Wicked Potatoes. Yeah, really not getting that many points. Brio with 2 saves. Wicked Potatoes with just 1 assist on the goal. No shots for both of these players, but 2 saves out of Brio. I didn't really see any demos from Walker in that game, and I think that he may need to start getting that back. And
things were going well for his team when he was getting those demos, definitely.
Yep. And I want to see him be a little more aggressive, trying to bump people out of the way because it was an effective strategy in their previous games. And here we are in Game 4. Players are joining in. And this is either going to be game point for Inadequate Overdrive, hailing from California State University, Fullerton. And on the other side, Skill Unknown at 1 game from the University of Utah.
Yep, backs against the wall for Skill Unknown. They've already gotten 1 loss in this tournament, 1 match loss. So you got to think, if they lose this one, they're going to be 2-2. They might not have a chance to be able to make it into that the top 8 in the tournament.
Nearly a good flick in there from Isosceles' fist sandwich, but he doesn't quite get the angle he wanted. He didn't turn his car enough to kind of catch it on the angle. That is a tough shot to put in as the ball is sweeping across the field and you are coming directly head onto it. You have to clip it in such the right way to send it on net. He just barely missed that. Walker missing this ball here, but Brio also missing it. Getting that ball out. Wicked Potatoes, the ball stalling right in the middle of the net. Brio with a clear out. Not the best clear, but he stays on it. No one on the side of Inadequate Overdrive. They were rotating out and getting boost. That's okay. Not every attacking play has to be a goal, but great quality save there from Wicked Potatoes. Had to kind of guess where that shot was coming in, and he guessed right. Isosceles Fish Sandwich playing the ball up the wall in the middle. Walker bounces it off the middle, right back to Typhug. He's going to need to make a little bit more of a press on that play. He hit the ball off the wall right back in the center where the defenders are waiting. He should take it in the corner and perhaps Wicked Potatoes kicking himself for missing that open net. I believe in that scenario he flipped the wrong way with his car. I think he flipped to the right side instead of the left to turn it out of the way and incidentally clips it with the underbelly of his car, sending it the opposite way.
Yeah, and that was such a good give and go between him and Brio. They were really jiving right there.
And Brio showing he can demolicize. That's not a word. He can bring the demolitions in as well. Demolish. Thank you. And Walker coming in. We're gonna follow him for a little bit. I really want to see him get these demos. Hey, that is an amazing clear out of Wicked Potatoes.
Yes, it was.
He catches that.
That ball was going so fast. I'm impressed he was able to read that.
It's kind of a little bit of a micro pinch right there. As he catches the ball waiting on the top of the net and flips into it right as it's bouncing off, creating that kind of the same situation that happens on the ground. Right as the ball bounces onto the ground and you strike it, it goes a lot faster, so he played that perfectly off the wall.
Definitely. And now, looks like Inadequate Overdrive is getting the pressure on still. This one's a lower scoring match than the first 3 we've seen.
Yep,
Somebody's got to break through, though.
About a half the regulation time has gone by, and we don't have a goal scored on either side, but it's showing all the members of Skill Unknown are using demolitions in their advantage. Everyone but Walker, maybe they're listening to me saying they gotta use their demos more effectively. But Brio
it's gotta be tough to watch the stream and play. Maybe that's what us last.
Brio with a cheeky touch right there, getting it over the defender by using the wall, but no going on that attacking play. And a great save out of Light Snacks. But Brio,
the save ends up being the shot that goes in the goal.
Brio with the man back right here. Let's see what happens here as he turns and feels backflip, man. Tried to double jump and ends up getting a backflip as he twiddles his thumbs a little, gets his thumbs mixed up. As you're trying to go for an aerial, you have to use your left thumbstick to rotate backwards to get your front end up off the ground and start boosting. You know how propulsion would work. Except if you get and to double jump, you have to tap the jump button twice. So if you mix up those inputs by inputting down in your jump too soon, you get a backflip instead of double jumping. And there's a meme among Rocket League players that, you know, it's that one off of Twitch, feels bad man, except it feels backflip man. So and he was
a little bit ahead of himself.
It's a really deflating scenario right there. Open net right there, but a quality save coming in out there from Walker. He was approaching the ball, going onto his goal, so an impressive save out there to knock it out to the side. Wicked Potatoes coming in, not quite getting too much above that ball. And an open net right here. Walker trying to aggress the ball, but Typhug slowing it down, almost beat him right there. That would have been a great heads-up play there from Typhug, dribbling it around him. But Wicked Potatoes with a shot back in. Should have got that rebound off of Typhug, but wasn't ready for it. maybe his team would have put it back in, but that ball came right into his lap, and he didn't react fast enough to put it back on the goal. About a minute remaining right here for Inadequate Overdrive, as they're looking to close out the series. If they win this game, it'll be 3-1 in their favor, and they will go up 4-0 in the tournament.
Yep, just 44 seconds to play. It is all on skill unknown. Can they take this to game 5? We've been asking for it.
Ty Fug with another shot in off the crossbar. That one not as close. This ball's gonna come right back in, and Walker with
Walker
with the bump off of Light Snacks right there. That is what I want to see out of him right there. Using his car to push other people out of the way, and that surely would have been a goal if he didn't bump him. Walker right now, 20 seconds left right here. Both players miss on that side, but Walker stays with it, still hitting it downfield. Wicked Potatoes centering himself for a pass, tries to get the ball up, but I think Light Snacks is going to make there. Puts a good save up. Brio wins a block over Light Snacks. 6 seconds left. Let's see if Skill Unknown can put a ball back in. Walker right here getting a wonky hit and one, and nobody can get the ball right there on the side of Skill Unknown, and it just trickles on the ground. GG's to both teams, but Inadequate Overdrive is going to take this game, or take this match rather, 3-1.
Yeah, and Light Snack getting the MVP. I kind of called him out earlier for not really making an impact in Game 2, but ever since then, he's been lights out with 3 goals in the last 2 games for him.
For sure. Ty Fug kind of showed off in the first couple of matches, but Light Snack showing he can play as well. Fish Sandwich also playing a supporting role, and he had a lot of quality clears in that game. It doesn't really show the score right there, but since he doesn't have, saves or shots, most of his points came either in for aerial hits or clears. So good play out of him.
You don't really get any points for your play in the middle of the field, but sometimes that's the most important, just keeping the ball deep in the offensive zone for your team. So yeah, kudos to him. We know he did a good job.
Yep, GG's to both teams, and I'm going to use this scenario once again to show off our amazing banner that Psionics put in. We didn't even ask for it. We promised. They just put it in off their own accord. Look at this banner. It's so beautiful. Makes me want to cry.
Yes, they're there. I'd pat your back if I was there.
All right, enough with that one. Let's get back to our view here. So again, with the last game, we're going to go over what you liked from Inadequate Overdrive and what you disliked, as well as the teams on the orange side coming in from...
for Inadequate Overdrive, I really liked Ty Fug's play in the beginning. He was definitely the most aggressive for his team going into it. The other guys were kind of sitting back, and then finally in the later games, they really picked it up, like we said. Light Snacks, another food-related name, was able to get some goals. The only goal in the last game, which ended up being the series winner.
For sure.
How about Skill Unknown? What'd you like from them?
Skill Unknown on the side of, let's see, they had... It was... I can't remember their players off the top of my head.
I think Walker had the nice...
Yes, Walker. Thank you. I want to mention that him specifically was using demolitions so effectively in the first 2 games, but it kind of tampered off at the end there, and he wasn't implementing that. And we even saw in the last game, he had a save by not even hitting the ball, but merely hitting the defender or the attacker out of the way and forcing a great save out of there. Yes.
Yeah, and when you can't get to the ball, sometimes the best play is just to run into someone.
Yep, there's good heads-up play is if you take a shot on goal and you are rotating back to your side of the field. You'll see those sweepers in midfield kind of waiting, and they have their backs turned to you. Take that advantage to just blow them up, blindside them. That'll make clearing the ball much easier as they can get it past that person that's usually there to sweep it up. All right, and what do you think our winning team over there, Inadequate Overdrive, they need to work on as they progress further in this tournament? Because they're up 4-0 and they're looking for a good chance to make it to Sunday.
Well, sometimes they kind of got caught deep in their own end for a while. Communication, I think, was a problem. Sometimes the same players would be, or 2 players would be going after the ball, or even 3 players. They didn't really get caught too many times or have to pay for it. But yeah, I think just more creative clears from them. They would just kind of go up the wall, and Walker or Wicked Potatoes would just be able to knock it right back in and get the offense going for them. Mm-hmm. So I think just not doing the most obvious play is going to be the key for them moving forward. I mean, they had skills. They were able to get to the ball and hit it. Not really too many whiffs from them. It was just, making good plays to get the ball out of the end and get the offense rolling.
All right, and from skill unknown, I would say something to take away from this tournament is that you really need to position yourself better in the goal. We saw a lot of the times there they weren't quite positioned in that specific scenarios as Light Snacks had that ball over. I can't remember the name of the player, but he was a little too cheated forward in the goal and couldn't quite get to it as it swept across the goal. And that one save from Brio where he backflipped, that too, you really got to cut down on those. So that comes down to like a mechanic thing. It happens to all of us, but in that specific scenario, it unfortunately led to a goal.
Yeah, this is when it matters the most, and yeah, it's all right when you're playing some casual matches, but you got to try to step it up for these big tournaments.
All right, and we want to give another shout out to our lovely, lovely sponsors, GX Gaming, Gamer Saloon. Go on there and challenge other real players for real money, cash prizes, and Psyonix, the developers of Rocket League. And I go ahead and follow our tags down there, right under here, at fickle_platypus, and my man Rob over here at RapMadRob on Twitter will be retweeting and posting things about the tournament as we get later into the week. We're going to have another set of matches around the same time tomorrow, so tune in for that as well, and as well as our top 8 tournament on Sunday. I cannot say what time it starts, but it is going to be a losers and winners bracket, so we have an entire day of matches for that.
Oh yeah, should be a long day, a full work day of Rocket League, which doesn't really feel like work, so that's nice.
Yeah, it's been a blast to cast for you guys, but we're gonna sign off for the night, so you guys go enjoy your Thursday evenings, and we will see you back here next set of matches tomorrow.
All right.
Later, guys.